two of the skirts in denim because I wear them so much. Even though it probably looks like I'm just wearing the same outfit over and over again, which I do because I love it so much.
Yes.
Anyway, so these are the Paige Pinafores. We were looking at doing a Pinafore, like I was harping on with Chris and Kel, saying I'd really like a Pinafore. I've never found one that fit me properly, and I always wanted to have one. And then we tried a few different variances, and then Kel came up with the amazing idea of why not just put the Pinafore apron on the Paige skirt, and we're like, that's a really good idea. That's why she gets paid to come up with ideas.
Yeah, in saying that, we actually did. We added the bib firstly to a midi Valentina skirt. And it just came in and it just wasn't working. There was a lot of fiddly bits through here as well as the buttons through the back and stuff. And I was sort of like, I don't
Chris was not having a bar of it. I was like, you are not making me a Pinafore.
Yeah, I was. I nearly gave up.
It's like, do you want the Pinafore or do you want me?
So, here is the Paige Pinafore.
Welcome to the Paige Pinafore. I'm still here. And now I have a really cute Pinafore to wear. So, yay. It works. Persistence pays off.
They wear me down. They wear me down.
She loves it.
One thing that I was really hesitant with this bib sort of front that I call it, is that I felt like I was going to feel too busty in it. I'm used to pinafores where I'm more filled in and I don't feel as busty. One trick that our pattern maker Mindy came up with was that we actually treated this like a top, and we've added bust darts. So it's actually shaped to you. So there's no gate. It actually, you can sort of see through the side here, that it fits me really, really well. And same on curves, because that was the sort of thing we didn't want. We sort of made it a little bit bigger, a little bit wider. That looked ridiculous.
We're just looking at it's all about the proportions and then even other size inclusive pinafores and stuff that I've looked at. They come so far across and they looked really good on the smaller size models, but then as soon as you have someone that's a little bit fuller through the torso or through the bust, it just it looked like they hadn't put any thought or care into it. So I feel like by bringing that line in, you kind of look at it when it's on the rack and you think, oh, that's not going to cover in the right spots. But I think it's really nice because it gives you a really nice line through your bust. It kind of cuts, not halfway, but at a really nice point, so you can still see the top that you're wearing underneath, and it is a real layering piece. And I kind of prefer this more open pinafore to the ones that are filled in the side, because I don't really like layering very much. I feel quite restricted by it. So by having the skirt waist, I feel like it's a little bit higher, which is quite nice. It's a bit higher
on you and a little bit lower on me, which is kind of I think proportionally again is kind of how we sort of have to do it, because I'm quite a bit more bustier than curves, so I want the waistline sitting a bit lower.
And I think it's also depends on where you button it at the back as well. So it's more I just think it's really important to button it so that the bust darts sit in the right spot, so that it sits quite nicely onto what do you call the bit under your boobs? Sternum? Sits nice there? Sits nice on your sternum?
Yeah, so that's our tagline. Sits nice on the sternum.
Pattern making at its best, ladies and gentlemen.
Look, it did take a really long time to get this one right. I felt that like I said, we nearly sort of gave up on it, and I'm glad we persevered, because it's definitely sort of a shape that I don't have in my wardrobe. I like the fact that we can do the straps as a crisscross. How have you got yours?
Or straight.
Or straight. So I think, oh gosh, bush turkey just caught. And I think the length of it is very similar to a midi Valentina. So if you love our midis, this is sort of a similar feel. So it is slightly different to, if you own a Paige skirt, it is slightly different to that. It's a linen tensile, so the fabric feels amazing.
I've sized up from the denim. So my denim Paiges that I have, I'm in a 3X in those, and they're definitely they were a bit firm when I first got them, but they've relaxed as I've worn them. But I have sized up just because I feel especially with the pinafore, you don't want it super tight throughout your waist. You still want to be comfortable because you have that little bit more, it's not pressure over your shoulders, but you kind of held in by your shoulders, so it's nice to have a little bit more room. And because it sits up a bit higher as well on me. And
I'm in the small. I am wearing an extra small in the photos, and this is the other colour. There's 3 colours. This is the smoke. I am wearing this in the photos. It does zip up, but I do feel like it's too tight. I don't feel like I can eat lunch in it, and that is a priority. And I do feel like the small's got a little bit of room, but it doesn't look too big or anything like that. And I just prefer that, with this fabric, because it does drape so nicely. I like the fall through the skirt on the linen tensile.
And so I'm in the 4X. I don't know if I mentioned that before, but the fabric falls really beautifully. I think they're great colours for the warmer weather. We've got lots of things that are going to match back with it.
Yes.
Like still enough size in the pinafore for a brooch, which I know is very
Yes,
important.
very important.
Yeah, and also really good for
yes.
twirling in.
So yeah, we hope you really like our Paige Pinafore. We have focused a lot on pinafores this season, and I think we've got sort of a shape for everybody.
Should have called it the persistence pinafore because it paid off.